The Garfield movie starring Chris Pratt is getting a video game. A number of video games based on upcoming movies from Starz Collective Film intellectual property are in the works, including one based on the Garfield movie starring Chris Pratt. Deadline reported as a Starz Hannah Fund is currently lining up video games based on a raft of projects from James Wan, Sam Raimi, Roy Lee, and John M. Chu. Chinese megacorp Tencent was among a few games companies drafted in to help produce these titles. The headline here is a video game based on the upcoming The Garfield movie, due out May 24, 2024. It stars the Super Mario Bros. Movie star Chris Pratt as the titular cat alongside Samuel L. Jackson, Hannah Weddingham, and Ving Rhames. There are no details about what the Garfield video game is about or even its genre at this stage. We don't know platforms or have a release window. Elsewhere, video games based on Every House is Haunted from Sam Raimi and Roy Lee and The Burden from James Wan and Sam Raimi are in the works. Here's the list in full. The Garfield movie starring Chris Pratt, Every House is Haunted from Sam Raimi and Roy Lee, The Burden from James Wan and Sam Raimi, Hunting Season from James Wan and Don Murphy, James Wan's The Call of Cthulhu, Mass Extinction and GMC, The Got's Father, yeah, the Got, no, yeah, The Got's Father with John M. Chu, and Memory Lost in Space based on the novels by Tom Hua. James Wan's The Call of Cthulhu sounds interesting. According to Deadline, Wan recently described it as an adaptation of the classic horror short story by science fiction writer H.P. Lovecraft and involves a man investigating a demonic cult known as Cthulhu. Elsewhere, GMC is a sci fi thriller that revolves around a newly invented drug that solves a global famine but whose side effects drastically accelerate the aging process. And on mass extinction, humans have lost Earth to an alien virus, and a research and rescue team is sent down from the moon to deliver a cure to save the human race. On their way to delivering the cure, they must fight off a host of mutated animals and humans. So do so it says, um, let's see. The world was waits with bated breath to see if this game can possibly top the behemoth that is Garfield Kart.
Hmm.
Nice. This worked out great after they turned the Bob Hoskins classic Super Mario Brothers into a game. I'll buy
Right.
for the trophies just like I did for Garfield Kart. Um, no,
Want to say
someone.
something?
So I'm just reading comments since we all got so short stories. Someone goes, no, the movie already has a steaming pile of shit written all over it. Not a video game, also. So, what do you think of Chris Pratt in a Garfield video game?
I'm very if I remember correctly, Chris Pratt was also in the original Garfield movie from like 10 years ago. Is
Yep.
that true? That was
Yeah,
Chris
that's
Pratt. Wow.
yeah. The video game is going to be based on the movie that had Chris Pratt in it.
Oh wow. I thought it was some other actor like I don't know, like some other young guy because Chris Pratt was like not even 30 10 years ago, 35. You know.
Yeah, but he
So.
was doing the voice of Garfield. So
Oh, the voice of Garfield. I thought he was the actual John, the Johnny actor.
nah, I
Yeah.
don't. Nah, they said he's gonna. He's. They said in the game he's gonna be the voice of Garfield.
Okay. All right.
So yeah.
Well,
So we got a Garfield movie coming out, and I guess they're making a game that's gonna tie it in. Um, Unfortunately, I just hope this isn't just a recap of what happened in the '90s. Um,
yeah.
Super
But
Mario Brothers, Street Fighter the movie, Mortal Kombat, Annihilation, Double Dragon. Anyone?
yeah. But his thing though, Chris Pratt started the Mario movie last earlier this year. So if I recall correctly, that is. So it did well in theaters,
Yep,
no problems. So
yep.
if Chris Pratt could do it, then give him the chance to do Garfield. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, they did. They mentioned that in the article that he was in the new Mario Brothers movie. So um,
You
yeah.
never know,
So
right?
huh?
You never know if you let Chris Pratt take over.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I'm interested in more and seeing what genre this game's going to be in, what's going to be the objective of the game basically.
Yeah, that too. I forgot about that because the Garfield movie I saw it almost in the hospital 10 years ago, and it was all right to watch. It was watchable, kind of funny with them dancing with Odie and stuff like that. But other than that, after that, it's like okay, let's just watch the first time. That's about it.
Yeah, it's not something you can go back to watch time and time again.
Unless if you're like 5 years old and you still have like 5 years left of being a kid, you might watch it a couple of times. That's about it.
Yeah, so again, we don't know much about the game. We don't know what it's going to be like. We don't know if it's going to be platformer, if it's going to be this or that. We don't know what console it's going to come out on or consoles. Um, but as we hear more about it, we'll let you know.
Indeed.